Hello and welcome to Last Week in AWS. I'm Corey Quinn. Let's see what they have for us this week. Mount point for Amazon S3 CSI driver v2, accelerated performance and improved resource usage for Kubernetes workloads. Oh good, now we can mount S3 as a file system within Kubernetes. Oh my god, that is a terrible sentence. I hate everything about it. It sounds like a nesting doll made of poor decisions. This episode is brought to you by Augment Code. If you're a vibe coder, this tool is not for you. Augment Code is the only AI assistant built for professional software teams. It ingests your entire repo, millions of lines, tens of thousands of files, undetermined numbers of bugs, so every suggestion lands in context and keeps you in flow. With Augment's context engine, get instant answers about any part of your code base, particularly the scary ones. Need to understand why a parameter was renamed last quarter? Augment knows. Want an agent that can replicate your patterns like a principal architect? Augment can. Where other tools stall, Augment Code sprints, and you don't have to switch tooling. Keep using VS Code, JetBrains, Android Studio, or even Vim. Don't hire an AI for vibes. Get the agent that knows you and your code base best. Start your free trial at augmentcode.com. Streamlining outbound emails with Amazon SES Mail Manager. If you'd previously streamlined your outbound emails with Amazon Pinpoint, you probably got an email last week telling you that it's being sunset. Surprise! Try this instead. AWS Lambda now supports GitHub Actions to simplify function deployment, which is kind of a huge deal as I suddenly find myself caring far less about the CDK. Anthropic's Claude Opus 4.1 now in Amazon Bedrock with no pricing changes or interface changes. It kind of makes me wish for an Opus at latest option so I don't have to go and update things to take advantage of this. CloudWatch introduces organization-wide VPC flow logs enablement. This may be the single most expensive toggle switch you'll ever see. VPC flow logs are the only way to diagnose some things, but they can be terrifyingly expensive if you were to, say, enable them for every VPC across your entire org. Understanding and remediating cold starts, an AWS Lambda perspective. It's been a while since I've seen a good post on Lambda cold starts, and this one qualifies. Amazon SQS increases maximum message payload size to 1 megabyte. What, do they think my message payloads now need to contain tracking JavaScript or something? OpenAI open weight models are now available on AWS, and they're very excited to sort of work for OpenAI for the first time.
This episode is sponsored by my own company, the Duckbill Group. Having trouble with your AWS bill? Perhaps it's time to renegotiate a contract with them. Maybe you're just wondering how to predict what's going on in the wide world of AWS. Well, that's where the Duckbill Group comes in to help. Remember, you can't duck the Duckbill bill, which I am reliably informed by my business partner is absolutely not our motto.
Best practices for analyzing AWS config recording frequencies. You may want to pay attention to this for the cost reasons, just because in highly dynamic environments, you can find your config bill rising up the expensive AWS service leaderboard. EKS adds safety control to prevent accidental cluster deletion. I can only imagine what nightmare scenario led to this feature being developed. Ooh. The console mobile app now offers access to AWS support, so now I can text my dumb questions to the hardest working people in cloud. EC2 now supports forced terminate for EC2 instances. When I said I wanted this EC2 instance gone, I wasn't asking. Is a great feature enhancement. If I'm killing the ephemeral VM, what do I care that it didn't shut down cleanly? DynamoDB adds support for console to code. I was happy when console to code was launched, promptly forgot about it, and this is the first thing I've seen mentioning it ever since. If you wanted to know how this service's adoption has been going. Using generative AI for building AWS networks. This tracks. I've seen a lot of corporate networks that look like they were designed by ChatGPT. Simplify network connectivity using Tailscale with EKS hybrid nodes. I've simplified my entire network architecture with Tailscale, and I'm not just talking AWS here. This stuff is magic. And finally, cost-tracking multi-tenant model inference on Amazon Bedrock. This is an absurdly complex solution to solve for a very basic, how much is this thing costing me per user question. 2 decades in, and AWS apparently still doesn't get that you've got to build this stuff in from the ground up. And that's what happened last week in AWS. I'm Corey Quinn.